Good morning, Virgo. I need you to pause for a second. Whatever you were doing, whatever was running through your mind, set it down just for right now because there is something I need to tell you, something that has been circling your energy for a while now. And it is time for you to know someone is thinking about you right now in this moment. As you watch this, there is someone whose mind keeps returning to you again and again without permission, without warning, like a song they can't stop hearing, like a feeling they can't shake loose. And I think some part of you already knows this. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange pull, that moment where someone crosses your mind out of nowhere. And you wonder, why are they suddenly here? Why does this person keep coming back into my thoughts? That is not random. That is a connection, moving in both directions. And today I want to talk about what is happening on their side. Whew. This person is younger than you, and there is an energy about them that is intense, vivid, almost restless, the kind of energy that feels everything deeply, that doesn't do anything halfway, that when they fall into something, they fall completely. And they have fallen into thoughts of you completely. I want you to understand what that looks like from their side because it is not a casual thing. It is not a passing interest. What this person is experiencing when they think of you has a weight to it, a substance, something that surprises even them. They think about you in the morning, before the day has even started, before they've spoken to anyone, before the noise of the world rushes in that quiet space between sleep and waking. You are there. They think about you at night, when everything slows down, when there is nothing left to distract them, when it is just them and their thoughts. And somehow, every time those thoughts find their way to you. And in between, they catch themselves mid conversation with someone else, mid task, mid moment, and there you are again, uninvited, but not unwelcome. They wonder about you, what you're doing, how you're feeling, whether you ever think of them the way they think of you. They replay moments, things you said, the way you looked, the way you made them feel, things that seemed small at the time that have somehow grown larger in memory, more meaningful, more significant. There is something about you that got inside them, and they cannot identify exactly what it is. That is what makes it so powerful. You left an impression that they cannot intellectualize away, cannot logic themselves out of, cannot explain to their friends in a way that fully captures it. You just got to them. Now I want to talk about why, because this is important. And I don't think you hear this enough. There is something about you that is magnetic, not in a loud way, not in a way that announces itself, but in the way that a deep river is magnetic, quietly, powerfully, with a pull that you don't notice until you're already in it. This younger person felt that pull, and it disarmed them because they are used to being the one who moves through the world with intensity, used to being the one who draws others in. And here you are doing something to them that they are not fully prepared for. You have a depth that unsettles people who aren't used to depth, a stillness that makes the restless want to stop, a presence that makes people feel seen, really seen in a way they don't feel with most people. And this person, once they felt that, could not unfeel it. Uh, there is something else I want to share about what is moving in their heart right now. There is an admiration there, a genuine one. They look at you, or they look at the memory of you, and they see someone who has something they respect, something they are drawn to, a kind of groundedness, a kind of knowingness, a sense that you have walked through things and come out of them with something: wisdom, strength, a quiet confidence that doesn't need to prove itself. That is rare to them. That is compelling to them, more compelling than they expected. But there is also something tender there, something almost vulnerable, because alongside the admiration, there is uncertainty, a question they keep circling but haven't answered. Do they feel this too? That question about you is living in them right now, quietly, persistently, with no sign of fading. I want to go even deeper into what they feel because I think you deserve to hear it fully. Not just a surface version, the real version. There are moments where they almost reach out to you, where they pick up their phone, start typing something, and then stop, delete it, put the phone down, not because they don't want to, but because what they feel is so big that they don't know how to make it small enough to fit into a message. They don't know how to start, how to say, I think about you more than I should, more than makes sense, more than I can explain. So they hold it instead. They carry it, this feeling that has no outlet yet, this energy that keeps building with nowhere to go. And the longer they hold it, the stronger it becomes. There is also something they feel when they see you living your life. When they catch a glimpse of who you are, even from a distance, a quiet pride, almost like they already feel connected to you, already feel like your story is somehow part of theirs, even before anything official has been said, even before any lines have been drawn. That is how deep this goes for them. Uh, Now I want to speak to something that might be sitting in you right now. A question, maybe even a doubt. You might be wondering why someone younger? What do they see in someone like me? Is this real? Or am I reading too much into things? I want to address that directly. The idea that age creates a ceiling on connection, that someone younger couldn't possibly see you the way you deserve to be seen. That is a limitation that belongs to other people's thinking, not to yours, not anymore. What this person feels for you is not confused. It is not misplaced. It is not a phase or a passing curiosity. It is a genuine recognition of something real, of something rare, of something that their generation, with all its noise and speed and endless options, almost never gets to encounter. And when they encountered it in you, they knew. Even if they couldn't name it, they knew. And I want to bring this back to you because this message is ultimately about you, about what you carry, about what you emit without even trying. You have spent time, perhaps a lot of time, wondering if you are enough, if you are interesting enough, magnetic enough, if the things that make you different are things that draw people in or push them away. This person is your answer. The very things you have questioned about yourself are the exact things that captured them. Your depth, your quiet, your realness, the way you don't perform for people, the way you simply are, fully and completely yourself. That is what got them, and that is not something you can manufacture. That is not something you can fake. That is just you. Now, I want to speak to something practical because feelings are one thing, but energy moves, and there may be a moment coming where this connection has the opportunity to express itself more clearly. There may be a reaching out, a message, a moment where they find themselves in your space, a conversation that starts casually but goes somewhere neither of you fully planned. Or it may be subtler than that, a look, a gesture, something small that carries everything they haven't said. Stay open to it. Don't dismiss it as coincidence. Don't talk yourself out of what you feel when it happens, because your instincts in these moments are more accurate than you give them credit for. Whew. But here's what I really want to leave you with. Regardless of what happens with this person, regardless of where this connection goes, what this energy is reflecting back to you is something you need to receive. You are someone worth being fixated on. You are someone whose presence lingers, whose energy stays with people long after the moment has passed, whose depth creates impressions that don't fade. That is not something everyone has. That is not something that can be learned or performed. That is something you simply are, and maybe for a long time You have not fully believed that about yourself. Maybe you have given your energy to people who didn't reflect it back to you. Maybe you have shrunk yourself, made yourself quieter, less, to fit into spaces that were never big enough for you anyway. This is an invitation to stop doing that, to stand in the full truth of who you are, to stop apologizing for your depth, to stop questioning whether your presence is welcome, to stop wondering if you are too much or not enough. You are exactly enough. You have always been exactly enough. And this younger person who cannot stop thinking about you, who replays you in the quiet moments of their day, who wonders if you feel what they feel. They know it, even if you don't yet. So here is what I want you to do. Today, right now, I want you to let this land, not just in your mind, but in your body, in that place where you hold all the things you wish were true about yourself, but haven't fully allowed yourself to believe. Let this be evidence that you are magnetic, that you are memorable, that you leave marks on people that time doesn't erase, that there are people in your world right now who think of you with warmth, with longing, with a kind of quiet wonder at who you are. You deserve to know that. You deserve to carry that with you. Oof. And whatever comes next with this connection, whatever unfolds, however this energy expresses itself, walk into it knowing who you are. Walk into it from a place of fullness, not need, not question, not wondering if you are worthy of being chosen. You are already chosen. You have already been chosen by someone who can't stop thinking about you, by someone who feels you even in your absence, by someone who looked at everything you are and decided you were worth every thought. This message was always for you, always. And I want to leave you with one last thing, something I want you to carry with you after this ends. The connections that find us, the ones we didn't plan, the ones that arrive in unexpected forms, from unexpected directions, at unexpected times. Those are often the ones that matter most. Not because they are easy, but because they are real, because they bypass all the walls we build, all the criteria we set, all the boxes we think we need people to fit into. And they reach something in us that was waiting without knowing it was waiting. This younger person reaching toward you with all their intensity, with all their unspoken feelings, with all the thoughts they can't stop having about you. That is life offering you something, not demanding anything from you, not asking you to perform or pretend or be anything other than exactly who you are, simply offering a connection, a recognition, a mirror that reflects back to you something you may have forgotten about yourself, that you are worth choosing, that you are worth thinking about in the quiet moments, that you are worth the vulnerability of someone reaching across the space between two people and saying without words, "You matter to me more than I expected, more than I can explain, more than I know what to do with." Receive that, not with desperation, not with need, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their worth, who has done the work, who has survived enough to understand what real connection actually feels like, and to choose it consciously from a place of power. You are not chasing anyone. You never have to chase anyone because the right people, the ones who are truly meant to be in your story, they find their way to you. They think about you when they shouldn't. They reach for you even when it scares them. They cannot stay away, no matter how hard they try. And this one, this younger soul who is fixated on you right now, cannot stay away. Trust that and trust yourself enough to see where it leads. Whew, you are always worth this. Every single bit of this and more